So for the last year, I've seen this light more and
Yeah.
more. It's been growing in me, and it's to the point where it's almost constant. It's
Yeah.
pervasive.
Yeah.
There are periods where it's more mental or emotional, but
Yeah.
and yet there's still this sense of lack of completion in me. And something you said the other day, when you were doing the exercise in awareness, who
Yeah.
does it appear before? Who's aware of
Yes.
that?
Yes.
And even that sense of lack,
Yes.
I ask myself,
Who's seeing that?
who's
Yes.
seeing that?
Yes.
And I can see that I am seeing that.
Hmm.
And yet still there's a lack of completion. There's
Hmm.
a gap.
Hmm.
There's not a or there's the light is there,
Hmm.
but it's not
Yeah.
unified in itself.
Hmm.
It feels as though that's the case, and that
When you say
causes me
light,
pain. Me awareness.
yes, the same sense of presence that we are talking about. When I say, can you
Yes.
stop being?
Yes.
You find that this light of presence cannot be stopped. Yeah. Now, you are aware even of this, isn't it?
Mhm.
Because we discussed the other day, there is sleep state also where you say even the presence is not there.
Mhm.
You see, in sleep you say nothing, not even light. So there is awareness of this state and of that state. But this awareness, that is unchanging. That's where we came to the other day, isn't it? Are you with me today on this?
Um,
We can do it together again if you like.
yeah.
We'll look together.
Okay.
So the first question is, can you stop being now? And when I ask, just, I know you know the answer, but just try to stop being. Yeah? You see,
Impossible.
impossible. Now, there is a seeing of this or a knowing of this, awareness of this. You see? Is there not?
There is.
Yes. Who is aware of this awareness?
It's a hard one to answer because there's an awareness, but it's
You are reporting that there is an awareness. Who is aware of this awareness? Don't try to answer it. Just look. This is a very beautiful question because here most concepts, most visualization, most of what the mind can give you as answers, as concepts in response to this starts to fail, isn't it?
yeah. There's no words.
Yeah. Isn't it so beautiful that I can say, yes, I'm aware of this being. Of course, I'm aware of the being. When I say, who is aware of this awareness? What is the confusion? The confusion is because the mind is lost. Because you know the answer is true, and yet you do not see anything to confirm the answer. This is the only answer like this. You know it is true, but you find no phenomenal evidence to confirm it.
I'm looking for something.
Yes,
Still, the mind is.
yes, yes. And it's okay. This maybe is a beautiful exercise to look. And you see that we don't say nobody is aware of it. We don't say there is no awareness of it. Obviously, there is an awareness of it. Who is aware of it? It is I. I know this, but I'm scared to report it because I don't find this phenomenally to be able to report it. You see, because we know it is I who is aware, which is nobody else is telling me. You see? So this is my way to introduce you to your non-phenomenal self. And as you get more and more comfortable in this, and who? Your own being. Awareness is already comfortable as awareness. Your own being is losing all other ideas about itself and recognizing its source to be this non-phenomenal one. It's stuck here, you see. The mind gets stuck here.
Yeah.
Doesn't know where to go. It cannot say, no, I'm not aware. Then who is it? It cannot say that. You see? Cannot deny the existence of this awareness, and yet there's nothing phenomenal that it finds. You see? For everything else, we rely on something phenomenal to confirm of its existence, isn't it? Are there how many hands? One, two hands. You see? Everything else is a phenomenal confirmation. Here we know this already. I am aware. You see? Obviously, I am aware, but this I is not seen. How do I know I am aware? It gets lost here, isn't it? So, the truest answer is not for the mind. The recognition will not be for the mind because it's not a phenomenal recognition. And it is not even a recognition actually because it was always recognized that this is true.
But there is a sense, there is an internal recognition.
Yes,
There's like
exactly.
there's an
Exactly.
awareness.
Yeah, it's just like this turning over of attention into nothingness almost, and yet it is not the disappearance of this awareness.
It's like my mind's afraid to have nothing.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Because for the mind, nothing means death, and death is terrible for the mind. You see, so it does not want to die, and that is why it is in this point, at this question, that will offer up all kinds of ideas, concepts, spiritual understanding. You know, you want to do some analysis of the truth and this kind of stuff.
What's the question?
It just, yes. Yes, yes. So I said, can you stop being now?
No.
You said no. You are aware that this being is here?
Yes.
Yes. Who is aware of this awareness? Is it not you? Yes, but what did you see? Nothing. And yet you know it's you undeniably, and yet you saw nothing. So meet yourself as nothing. This is what it is meant. Does this mean you exist or don't exist? You see, now all the words in satsang will start to make sense because that's why they say you neither exist nor don't exist because you don't exist as a person, but your awareness cannot be denied. Yet it is not found as if it is something. It is nothing. You see? So it is not the nothing of this world, isn't it? It is you.
Yes.
It is not the nothing. What's in this glass? Suppose it was empty, nothing. Huh? But you are there. You see? Because you are aware.
Yeah, and there's no burden in that
Yeah,
burden of seeking for so
yeah,
long.
yeah. That we left far away, isn't it?
Yeah.
When we go till here, even in the question, can you stop being now? We left all personal burdens behind. Because being is just being, it's not burdened by anything. Imagine if you could have a conversation with your unassociated being. It's like satsang, isn't it? You come and say, can you be burdened by something? What burden? What could burden me? This entire realm is appearing and disappearing inside me. What in this can burden me? Only when it itself, being itself, picks up an idea about itself
Yeah.
and pretends as if. So it is as simple as you saying, right now, some ideas started coming to you that you're this poor man, you have no money. You see? Suppose you have these ideas, you have no plane ticket to get to Bali. Huh? Suppose all these ideas, you have nothing. Huh? You start believing all these things about you, then even the getting to Bali, the going there will start to seem like a burden, isn't it? Immediately, because you started believing these lies about yourself. In the same way, if you believe the lie of being a person, then all the personal burdens will seem real. And the mind usually will come with some responses to this and say, yes, yes, but what about my practical life? And what about my job and responsibilities? What about them? Nothing. Because there is no you in this way. And the one who has been doing it so far will continue to do it, which is this consciousness itself. Is it possible to live like this? Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's just what I am
Yes,
anyway.
exactly.
Thank you.
So welcome, my dear. So in the same way, we can just ask ourselves, am I aware now? And who is aware of this awareness? It's the same question actually twice, but it's helpful to bring so much focus and direction into this question. You see, I feel it's very, very useful. Every time something like this appears, actually, I feel like this should be completely enough for anyone now. Like when I said, are you aware now? It was so clear, yes, awareness of awareness. But now, as I'm saying this, who is aware even of this awareness? Now I feel you cannot escape actually, unless you really, really want to. Yes, yes. Because we left the mind so far behind in this, isn't it? Of course, it still tries to sell you some story. But can it stand up to the light of this question? I feel it has no power.